Here to discuss the impact, Meta's global head of safety, Antigone Davis. Welcome, Antigone. It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
So you say that this is a fundamental reimagining of what parenting online looks like and will affect tens of millions of teens. How exactly does it work?
Yeah, thank you. It is actually a fundamental reimagining. The way it works is this. We've heard from parents that their top concerns are the amount of time their teen is spending on their phone, the content that they're seeing, and who they're connecting with. And we have built in protections that are automatic that address these specific concerns. In addition, if a teen under the age of 16 wants to change these settings, they've got to get their parents' permission.
How does it deal with the threats of harassment, inappropriate content, depression, all of those things that came up in that unfortunate hearing where Mark Zuckerberg apologized at the beginning of the year?
Well, let me detail some of the protections. I think that'll answer your question. We will be putting teens automatically into private accounts, all teens. In addition, they'll have our strictest messaging restrictions. They also will be able to see less inappropriate content, and notifications will be turned off in the evening. In addition, parents can actually turn the app off in the evening between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m.
What if the kids lie about their age? How will you know?
Yeah, this is something that we've been thinking about a lot. First of all, tens of millions of teens actually tell us their age, and so they will automatically be put into these protections. But we know there will be some teens who will try to lie about their age. So we've built in new ways to verify age. For example, if a teen tries to set up an adult account, a new adult account, we are going to ask them to verify their age. If they try to change their age up to an adult age, we're going to ask to verify their age. We're also building technology to identify those who might be misrepresenting their age and to then ask them to verify their age.
What about data collection, Antigone? Are these kids still getting their data collected for the purpose of selling advertisements? And I ask because there's this 2023 case where a number of states actually sued Meta, alleging that you deliberately engineer Instagram and Facebook to be addictive to young users to then sell their data.
Well, first of all, we don't sell data, so let me start with that. But actually, for teens, our advertisements are only based on their age and where they are. That's actually to protect them, to ensure that we're providing an age-appropriate ads experience. We do not serve ads to them based on their behavior on our platform.
Antigone, we've done some segments in the past couple of weeks about schools in the United States, at least, that are banning the use of phones during the day. Teens have to put their phones into a pouch, don't have access to them until they're released at the end of the day. Is that something Meta applauds or supports?
You know, it's a good question. We've heard from teens' parents that they want to be able to have more control over the amount of time that their teen is on the platform. It's one of the reasons that we built out the ability for parents to actually set time parameters, so they can set a time limit for their teen for an hour on the platform or even less. But, you know, teens and parents and schools, they need to think about what makes sense for them. I know as a parent, I didn't want my teen to be distracted during school. I wanted her to focus in on her schoolwork. And so being able to set that limit or block her out of our app for a certain time period would have been a welcome change for me.